Hello guys, I'm Mehdi. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to memorize the complicated trig and inverse trig functions and to take the derivatives easily. So let's get started. At first, I'm gonna show you what is the equations for the derivatives of trig functions. You know, we have 6 main trig functions: sine x, cosine x, tangent x, cotangent x, secant x, and cosecant x. So, to be able to provide such a trig, such a table for the derivatives, at first, let's assume that sine and cosine are best friends. So, the derivative of sine is cosine and the derivative of cosine is sine x. The next trick is this. Look at the functions. If they start with C letter, their derivatives will have a negative sign. So we know that how to take the derivative of sine and cosine x. When it comes to the last 4 functions, suppose that the last 2 functions, secant and cosecant, they are a little bit weird. So, to take the derivative of them, secant is best friend of tangent. And similarly, cosecant is best friend of cotangent. So, as these two are weird, let's repeat. Suppose we have 2 secant and 2 cosecant. Now, the derivative of tangent x, tangent is this one. So, just multiply by these two in the same row. The derivative of tangent is this times this, secant times secant. So, it is secant squared x. The derivative of cotangent, this one. Multiply by these two, cosecant times cosecant. The derivative of cotangent is cosecant squared with this negative sign. Now, what is the derivative of secant x? Look at this thing, secant. Now, just multiply by this, secant times tangent. So, the derivative of secant is secant times tangent. Similarly, the derivative of cosecant is the multiplication of these two. So, we have cosecant times cotangent x. Now, we can easily memorize these derivative formulas. Now, I want to show you how to memorize the derivatives of inverse trig function easily. You know, for the inverse trig functions, we have this -1 notation. So, to do that, at first, the function starts with C letter similar to the normal trig functions. Their derivatives are going to be negative. The next thing is this. The derivatives of inverse trig functions all are fractions. 1 over something. The next point is this. The derivative of all inverse trig functions include 1 and x squared in their denominators. So, now please look at these 3 functions: sine, tangent, and secant, which their derivatives are going to be positive. Sine starts with S, tangent starts with T, secant again starts with S. S shows us two things. S for subtraction or this negative thing, and S for square root, this radical thing. We have to consider these two. And this T, as you see, T is something like cross or plus. So for sine and for secant, consider a radical and a negative sign. T for tangent, consider this plus. Now, sine is the first trig function, so let's start with 1 and place the next term here, x squared. For tangent, you can do same thing. For secant, secant is a weird function. Just switch the position of these two. X squared minus 1. Secant is really weird. Just consider its absolute value in the denominator. So, how about the cosine? Inverse cosine, inverse cotangent, and inverse cosecant. Just duplicate this thing. 1 over radical 1 minus x squared. 1 plus x squared and absolute value of x radical x squared minus 1. As you see, the difference is just these negative signs. So they are identicals. I hope these tricks help you to memorize the derivatives of 12 trig and inverse trig functions. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.